All right, you guys, we've talked about it. We've TikToked about it. And it's caused quite the conversation. And today, we're here to debunk any myths that you may have surrounding intimate brightening. All right, you guys, so there is a treatment out there that is in high demand, and it is for intimate brightening and lightening. And it's not only for your intimate areas, though. You can use it like in your underarms. So if you think about it, this is an issue for a lot of different skin tones because you can get discoloration from a various number of sources. And we've got the experts here to enlighten us on the topic. So we are going to have Kelli and Jullea Anderson from California Skincare join us right now. I can hear them. They should be coming any minute. They're going to join us. Hi, ladies.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Now, is this you just haven't done an IG Live in a while. This isn't your first, though.
No, it's not our first.
Yeah,
we
it's
used to
just
do
been
them
a
at trade shows
while.
all the time, but we haven't been doing trade shows lately.
Well, now you get us. You get us here. You guys, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this because like weeks back, I got on TikTok. And for those of you that don't know, we have a TikTok account and it mainly educates consumers. We, of course, have SDs that, we interact with on there, but we're there to kind of demystify the skincare world. And I got on there and I started talking about vajacials. And you would not believe, like people hadn't even heard of this. They didn't know it was a service. They didn't know where to get it. Some people were like blown away. Some people were so embarrassed. And so we've continued this conversation and it just opened our minds that it was like, we need to make more people aware that beyond vajacials, right, which in most of the social media world, you see like the hydrogel masks being applied after a waxing service.
Yes.
You can get like pretty serious with your vajacial and intimate brightening treatments.
Yes.
And then we discovered what you guys carry at California Skincare Supply. Not only carry, but provide education on.
Yes, we do.
I want the two of you to dive in and start telling us what this is, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 products sitting here next to me. But I want to sort of walk through, I want you to give an overview of the treatment itself, and then I want to walk through how it's done.
Okay. And do you want us to touch on why the treatment is safe as well?
Yeah,
because I know a lot of people have questions about that. I mean, we get calls, and I think that there's some misconception out there that we're bleaching in the intimate area, and we are not. We are brightening. And I think that it's important for estheticians when they're doing intimate wellness treatments and intimate brightening treatments to look for a brand that specializes in intimate wellness. We do have to treat the area different. The intimate areas can have a direct pathway to the bloodstream. So we want to take a different approach than maybe we would on our face because the skin is different, correct?
Right.
So yes, we distribute Prana SpaCeuticals here at California Skincare Supply. We love the brand, we respect the brand, and we distribute all of their intimate wellness and intimate brightening products. And I think that it's important to do that because then you know that you're using products that were developed for the area. And it's important that we address that we're brightening, we're not bleaching.
And we're not lightening.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're not lightening because lightening is kind of a term for a quick fix. Okay. And a lot of darkness in the intimate areas are due to something called hyperfriction, and it's not necessarily a quick fix. It's something that we're going to have to work on with our client. They're going to have to use home care products to work on treating hyperfriction, which essentially is just constant rubbing in one area that leads to a darkening, a flattening of the skin, and the skin can change change texture, and that can be due to many things, constant rubbing, obviously, but also hormones. And then some people are just sensitive to things like deodorant that can clog the follicles. And like you said, intimate brightening is also the underarms, because it's a huge concern, you know, for many men and women that are looking to treat the whole body now.
Right.
I just think modern men and women now are looking for more of a whole body approach to wellness than rather just the face.
It doesn't, and this is the thing, it just tying this all together, it doesn't stop here, right?
Right.
Like everything is continuing on. Your skin doesn't
Yes.
stop there. And you guys, you have to treat your intimate areas, whether they be the underarms or your hoo-ha, as because
Yeah.
we're not allowed to say. So you've got to treat that. If you're doing treatments like this in the treatment room, you have to make sure that your clients have the proper home care, because you don't want them going home and thinking, oh, well, if I'm brightening it, let me use this on that area. So you can also get those through California Skincare Supply too. But the treatment that we're talking about today is specifically the Bikini Bright Peel.
Yes.
Now
we have
there's
the whole
a pretty.
it
comes in a system
here,
yes.
right here, called Intimate Brightening System. And absolutely, with this professional treatment, you can really get amazing results for your client. And so many clients, I mean, I think just recently I was searching for how many people are searching for vajacials and intimate brightening. And although it's true that a lot of people haven't heard of that, it's also being searched for a lot, and really being searched for, you know, vajacials near me, intimate brightening near me. So it's something that estheticians need to take a look at, because not only is it going to help our clients, which is what we're here to do, first and foremost, but it is a revenue stream that is going to be very beneficial for the esthetician's business. This intimate brightening system, and we'll go through it here in a minute, it doesn't use ingredients like phenol, resorcinol, hydroquinone. It is not a bleaching system. It's looking to correct discolorization like on a different level, and all of the products in it are formulated for intimate wellness, so you can feel really safe giving the treatment. It's normally done in a series, and Julia is going to go through what comes in this kit. We're going to talk about home care, which is really important. I know you just did an amazing TikTok. I loved it. On
the peach peel.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about the smell of the cake cleanser, which is that the same as the hoo-ha cleanser? Is that the same?
No, it's
okay.
different.
Yeah,
it's different.
Oh, it is? Okay, because you got everything that this brand makes, that Prana SpaCeutical's derms, I mean, you kind of like, you can't help but love it. And especially the peach peel kit, oh, it smells amazing. So
yeah,
that's
so
a whole
good for
different topic
too. Julia's using
yes.
Not to throw it out there, but she is getting great results.
And
it's
really good to pair if anyone specializes in Brazilians and does waxing. This is kind of just another way to open the door for it. You're already comfortable working with the intimate areas, so it's really anyone who's doing a lot of Brazilian should be doing intimate brightening and should be selling home care, whether that being the peach peel like we said, or the home care intimate brightening system. Both will make waxing easier because it also conditions the hair, so it's just, they really go hand in hand.
Yeah, like Julia said, it's just the next step. You're already draping, you're already positioning, you're already talking to your client about this.
Your client's comfortable with you. Exactly.
Like, I was just going to say, I mean,
you can't ask for anything. Like, you couldn't ask for a better situation. But I do want to say, because you guys, there's a lot of estheticians that don't do waxing and that don't do Brazilians. And so they might be thinking, well, how do I open the door to this conversation? And one thing that we had a great conversation a couple of weeks ago is that if you see a client with hyperpigmentation on their face and you're treating that for them, you can open the door and start to say, well, if you have it here, like, do you have it? Are you experiencing it anywhere else on your body, on your elbows, on your underarms? And ease into the conversation if it's an area that, you know, isn't super comfortable for you to talk about. And then then once they trust you, I mean, that's what your clients, they come to you for answers and
Exactly.
solutions and to fix things.
Correct.
So I think that that's like the segue in.
Yeah, and once I think that's a really good point, Jenny, especially if someone's struggling with underarm hyperfriction, discoloration, and you can actually change that for them. I mean, it's so huge, and you can do it pretty easily,
Right.
especially if they follow the home care directions and, you know, follow your instructions. I think it's just one step further into, you know, the next service of what
Exactly.
needs to be done. Right.
Just build it up. You just build it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So Julia, take us into this kit, because I have the protocol. I haven't found a model to do it on, but I want you to walk, because typically I do a lot of my services on my mother-in-law, and I don't think this is one I'm going to do on my mother-in-law. So I wanted you two to come here today to walk us through how the treatment goes.
Yeah, we'll go through it step by step. It's a pretty straightforward treatment. It's not too many steps. It's pretty straightforward, which I like. First, you're gonna do a pre-cleanse with the Intimate solution.
So that's this one.
That's this one.
And then
so this one's almost the consistency of like a toner. It looks like.
Yes. Yes. Think of it like before you do a bikini wax, you're going to use it as a germicidal laxant, you know, kill bacteria. So that's the starting point.
And then you are going to do your cleanse with the Hoo Ha cleanser. This is also one of their take-home products that they're going to go home with and use. It has Manuka honey, which will reduce scarring, and it's anti-inflammatory. It has silk amino acids to build and repair tissue, and it has papaya enzymes, and that's a protein digesting enzyme. So it's really good for them to go home with this, because with this peel you do get downtime, you do get peeling. So you want to use that cleanser to help digest those dead skin cells.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go with your first step of exfoliation, which is the lactic peel. It's 10% lactic.
And it's a very large size. Jenny's got it.
Yeah.
Because you are going to cover larger areas. It's a pH of like a 2.9. It has the 10% lactic, which is a degreaser. It's also hydrating and brightening. We all know that about lactic. It clears the follicles, especially from deodorant. We find that it gets very clogged. And then you're just going to remove and neutralize that with water. And then you kind of get to your real star of the show, which is the Bikini Bright peel. That's 25% mandelic acid, which is one of my favorite acids. It's super anti-inflammatory, and it works on surface brightening, which is key. It also has 15% lactic, so you're getting another boost of lactic in there with, again, the hydration, the brightening. And it's using green tea, arbutin, which is used as a tyronase inhibitor, and then it has licorice, which reduces the activity of melanin production. You can do multiple layers of this peel. You'll apply the first layer and let it dry. Then you'll apply the second layer and so on. You can do up to like 3 to 5 layers depending on the sensitivity of your client and how,
So we suggest between 1 and 3 for normal hyperfriction, normal darkening of the area, but for very stubborn cases, you might need between 2 and 5. Interesting, you let the first layer dry. But subsequent layers, you do not have to let dry in between. So just the first layer. And then it's a good way to judge sensitivity as well. There.
And that is
quick question.
Yeah.
So you've done the lactic, that one's been neutralized. Now you're putting this. Is there any area that you cannot use either of these solutions?
Well, you wouldn't want to use it inside of the, I don't know what we can say on Instagram.
Just internally.
Inside the hoo-ha.
All right. So everything external is totally safe.
Everything external, it's safe and formulated for.
Okay. Perfect.
And that's a self-neutralizing peel. So you do not remove it. It stays on the skin. And then you get to almost arguably one of your most important steps, which is the AHA BHA refining mask. It's a kaolin base, and it's using glycolic acid. So you're getting more exfoliation there to remove the dead skin cells. Yep. And stimulate cellular turnover. And you're also having salicylic acid in that mask for anti-inflammation, and then that's going to dissolve the oils from the follicle. It's also using azelaic acid to brighten and kojic acid. So it's really jam-packed, and this mask stays on for the next 4 hours. Your client leaves with this mask on. After 4 hours, the client can cleanse it off with the Hoo Ha cleanser, and then she or he is going to continue to use that mask for the next 3 days, as well as with all the products in the
every day.
Yep.
Okay, so they do that one every single day.
Yeah, we do get questions. I want to remove the mask. Can we remove the mask before the client? No, to get the results, the mask needs to stay on 4 hours. It's super important. You can cover the underarm area with like a surgical pad if you like. Disposable bikinis are a really good thing. It's good to suggest that your client who's having this treatment come in with like loose clothing, yoga, loose clothing, maybe a skirt or a loose dress. But it's very important that that mask stays on the skin. And then he is going to continue using that mask. All of the products in the take-home kit, but for 3 days, they are going to mask before they go to bed and just go to bed in this mask.
With it, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the kit, right? You get the treatment protocol, and then you also will buy a certain amount of retail take-home kits, or is this like a big bundle that California Skincare Supply distributes? How does that work?
There's 2 kits. So there's the brightening system, which was in the green bag that
which is the professional treatment.
The professional, and then there's the take-home.
And you can choose. A lot of clients, and I kind of suggest this because your client needs this.
Yeah,
it's
not an option. Yeah,
and the brightening system is done in a series of 3. So they usually come every 10 to 15 days for 3 services. So if you're going to charge them up front, it's a good idea to just include the cost of the kit because they're going to need this kit. And most clients continue on with the Hoo Ha cleanser, the Bikini Brighten, the Hoo Ha lotion forever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're sold individually as well. The Hoo Ha cleanser is really important for people that tend to get dark in areas because it's formulated for intimate areas. The pH is correct. It helps to dissolve because it's enzymatic. So it's really important. There's a bright lotion that's used as an alternative to hydroquinone to keep the area bright. And there is a product for folliculitis or ingrown hairs, which is called
the Bikini Bottom. Thank you. They also have the AHA BHA refining mask, and then they do also get a arnica gel as well to help heal and ease
that
any
also comes in the kit. So if there's itchiness, because as Julia mentioned, generally there's peeling involved, and we want peeling. We want to retexture. We want to push that darkened skin to the surface, lift it, and peel it away. So the arnica gel that comes inside of the kit will also help to soothe. And it's anti-inflammatory as well.
Okay, so a million more questions. So we've got this going every 10 days for 3, a minimum of 3.
Yeah.
Now, what about hair removal in between? So if they're a bikini client, like how are they timing everything?
So you're going to have the waxing service done a week prior.
Okay.
You don't want to have it after. So you're going to do a week prior, but by the time you have the second one, you're not going to need to be waxed again, correct? Because it's only 10 days.
It's only 10 days, right?
Yeah. And so then by the time you have the third one, it will be 20 to 30 days. So Your choice is either to push it out a little bit farther and get waxed, or just to wait till you're healed and then have the waxing done actually probably 7 to 10 days after the service.
After. Okay. So there is
And-
a time frame
and-
that goes in between.
Yeah, and you know what we've noticed, which is a huge benefit, is that the Intimate Brightening system, the professional treatment, along with the retail products, really works to restructure the hair. And it really reconditions it. So as a byproduct, even though we're doing a brightening treatment, the hair is removed much easier, which is great for the practitioner and great for the client. So it works really well. Yeah.
Such a little bonus perk there.
Yeah.
And do you typically see that like a lot of clients are happy with 3, or are you seeing that obviously dependent on the client, they could go up to, maybe 6?
I think most are, I think at 3 we stop and we take a look at the results. So if we've reached the level of brightening that we're happy with, what we suggest is Prana SpaCeuticals has come out with the Vajacial kit. And it's a complete kit, everything you need, and it's going to keep up the results of the Intimate Brightening treatment, as well as repair the lipid barrier, hydration, has this really, really cool heart-shaped mask that has a new peptide technology in it that actually helps the nerves from firing and causing an inflammatory response. It's also a great mask to use after a Brazilian, by the way. It's called heart-shaped mask.
So sophisticated. The Prana SpaCeuticals, she has the most, and I swear every time I speak with Sherry Dobbs from the company, my mind is blown. I'm like, slow down. I can't absorb all of that in one.
I know they're working. I was just talking to her yesterday. They're working on a couple new products that uses, hopefully I'm saying this right, tranexamic acid, which works to break up darkening from hyperfriction before it even reaches the surface. And I believe it's going to be called Booster Down Under. And then there's another one. We're going to have it, I'm so excited, in about a week to 10 days. It'll be on our website and available for purchase. So there's so many, like you said, incredible new ingredients that are on the market. And Sherry is just super smart, as you know, right? Yeah, and she's always, her mind's always like working. So,
so that's why when I saw that you guys were distributing this, I'm like, this is perfect, because not only can you go to the one-stop shop with California Skincare Supply, but you guys offer education beyond this, right? So you can watch and listen to us talk about the steps all you want right now, but when you get this, like, you're going to want to walk through and maybe have a little bit more in-depth conversation about how to perform this. And that's something that they can get through you guys as well, correct?
Yes. Yeah. In fact, we have a class scheduled, and we're really excited because Sherry Dobbs is going to be joining us for this class. It's on January 31st, and she's really going to dive. She really wants people to understand darkening in intimate areas. So we're going to talk a lot about hyperfriction and
the difference between hyperpigmentation and hyperfriction.
And the new ingredients that are on the market that Prana SpaCeuticals is using. And then she is developing a special kit for the estheticians who join us for that class.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
is that registration open now, Kelli?
Yes, it's open. It's on our website. You just click across the top under education, and then learn from CSS, and you can just click get tickets. It's there. It's easy, and it's going to be a really good class.
If so I will link
if your viewers haven't listened to Sherry talk, it's a good thing to
now's
tune
the time.
Especially
in this arena, because this is, kind of a newer forefront, and a lot of estheticians, like, they want to know exactly what they're putting on their client and if it's safe and if they should be doing it. And to know that this was formulated specifically for intimate areas and by a formulator that just blows out all of our minds every time, this would be my go-to for sure. Which is why we were so excited to feature this. And we had you guys in the fall guide to skincare correction, because I mean, just like we said, it doesn't stop here. Like, it doesn't stop here. The correction continues. So we will be sure to link to that class as well. So you guys can find that through us or right on the California Skincare Supply website. Their education links are super easy, and you guys have so much going on over there. But if you guys have any questions, you guys know where to reach out. Kelli and Julia have you covered with questions and how to order. But I can't thank you guys enough, because this is it's new territory, and you guys made it pretty easy.
Yeah, thank you. We're so excited to have it, and it's something that we're really excited about to educate on, and to offer Prana SpaCeuticals to all of California Skincare Supply customers. So
that's
thanks,
awesome.
Jenny.
All right, ladies, have a good afternoon.
You
Talk to you guys soon.
too. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.